Hello and welcome to your second lesson. Today we should be looking at installing WordPress locally. First, we'll talk about the downloading of a local server, creating a database, creating the backend, and launching your WordPress. So, here goes.
So, firstly, we would need to download a server, a local server, in the sense that when we try to go to our website, we'll need something hosting it. It's called a local server. There are different kinds of local server. There's a WAMP server, there's a XAMPP server, there's a MAMP. For this lesson, I will advise you to download the WAMP server because I feel it's more convenient. You don't need to do a lot of configuration unlike the XAMPP. But trust me, the XAMPP server is as well okay. But for this lesson, I will advise you to get the WAMP server. So open your web browser. In this case, I have mine already up. Then go to www.google.com and search WAMP server. Then the first thing that pops up is the WAMP server official page. You click on it. Then you go to the download. If your system is a 64-bit system, you click on 64. If it's a 32-bit system, you click on 32-bit download file. My system is a 64-bit system, so I'll go for the WAMP server 64 bits, then download it directly. Takes you to the swordforge.net where the file is. You click on it. Tells you your download will start shortly. You might have a very slow system, so yours might take a lot of time, but just be patient. I already have WAMP server downloaded already and installed, so I don't need to go over it again. It's a 411.67 megabyte file, so you might need a very strong internet for that. So once you're done downloading it, you open the file, the download file. Please take note, it might be slow for you. Your download might not just pop up that quickly, so you have to be patient. So once you're done with the download, you go to your download file, search for WAMP server. Should be in compressed, it's not there. Should be in programs. Yeah, this is WAMP server 3.1.0. that's the latest version 3.1. so you click run as administrator. Click yes. If you've been using a system, if you're computer literate, installing a file shouldn't be a problem for you. So you just follow the system prompt you get. You click on English. If you understand French, you can click on French, or I think I would prefer the English version better. Then this prompt comes up. Yes, accept the agreement. You need to accept, obviously. Then next, the folder where to receive. Next, I've already installed WAMP before, so I won't be doing this again. Next, then click install. Because I already have WAMP 64 installed on my system, I would not be installing it, so I would just cancel and exit. So if you installed WAMP 64 successfully, you should have the WAMP server icon on your desktop. Then you run it as an administrator. It brings out the prompt. You say yes. Then the command prompt is button. Then you wait for the WAMP 64 icon to turn green. You wait for it to turn green. If you see a red icon, it means all your services are not running. That means your PHP admin, which we would get into very soon, would not work. Please take note, always make sure the icon is green. It's orange, so it's not yet okay for us. We have to be patient till it's green. Only one service is running. That's why I'm showing you orange. That means the Apache file and other files are not running. Now it's all green. All services are running. So we go into our WAMP64 directory. So we'll go into our WAMP64 directory. You should know what the directory is. Click on your local disk, you look for WAMP64. Here it is. Yeah, all these are the documents for your WAMP server. You need all this to work: your alias file, your apps, your bin, your CGI, your language, your logs, your JavaScript, your www file. Your www file is where your WordPress files goes in. So you open it. I have some other website run already, so I would create a new one. For the purpose of this lesson, our file will be called tutorial. So we already have it created. We need our WordPress file. We open our web browser again and go to Google, or we go to wordpress.org. That's where the official WordPress file is. We click on download. Download WordPress 4.9 zip folder, 8.9 MB. You might want to use the TAR or GS 8.2, but anyone. But for this lesson, I advise you get the zip file. I already have this downloaded already, so it goes like speed. But since this is just an 8 megabyte file, it won't be slow. It should be fast. So you open the folder where this WordPress zip file is installed. You open it, then copy everything inside the WordPress file. You see, I opened the WordPress file. I did not just copy this. No, don't do that. You open the WordPress file, select all. That's the Control A. If you don't know how to select all, the Control A and the Control C to copy, or you do something like this. Then you exit, close off folders. Then go to our tutorial file. Then you paste all what you copy inside. This should take long, so we've copied it already. For us to be sure we are on the same page, open your tutorial file. This is what you should get there. You should have the WP admin, which is your admin login page, the content where your themes and plugins will go into. Then the includes, the index, the activate. The configs file is a configuration file where you add your username, your password, the name of your site. So try opening that file. Then you look for define database name. This should be the name of your database. This is case sensitive. Please take note, it is case sensitive. So we'll be naming our database tutorial. Then the user, MySQL username by default is always root. By default for WAMP server, it's always root. Then for password, there is no password. Please try not to set anything in the password file. Please don't do that. If not, it won't work. Database username is root, password is empty. The only thing you should change is your database name, which, like I said earlier on, it is case sensitive. Then we save this file and go into our web browser again and type localhost/php myadmin. Please take a look. Local host/php my admin. Then you go. You wait for it to load. It's very fast. Root, like I said, username is root, password is empty. You click on go. So what we are about to do here, these are MySQL. This is called MySQL, your PHP admin, where you create your database. We are about to create a database for our website, because when we upload it it needs to be saved somewhere. When we download a plugin, it needs to be saved somewhere. When we post to our website, it needs to be saved somewhere. That's the work of the database. So we click on the database. It's very simple. Just follow my step. Put your database name. Remember, in our configuration file, we said our database should be what? Tutorial. And remember, we use a capital letter T, then you said it was case sensitive. Please be careful here, because this alone might make your website not to work. So once we are done creating the database, okay, no tables found. This is our database tutorial. So once we're done creating the database, you go into localhost/tutorial. That's the name of our folder. It loads. WordPress setup configuration. Now we are setting up WordPress. So first of all, you need a language. If you want English, you click on English. If you want Afrikaans, you click on Afrikaans. Whatever language you feel you would understand more, you select. That's the beauty of the WordPress. It gives you a variety of languages. You have this French, this Greek, Arabic, so many languages, Portuguese. You select anyone you want and you click on continue. Then it's giving the welcome message. Welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, we need some information on the database. You need to know the following items before proceeding. Your database name, remember, tutorial. Your database username, remember, root. Your database password, remember, nothing. Your database host, WP, that one is set by default. You will need it. Your table prefix is set by default. So since we know all this, we'll click on let's go. So the database name, we replace it with our name, tutorial. Username will be root. The password will be empty. The database localhost, the table prefix WP. Then we submit. Alright, Sparky, since you see it was so easy, if we had, let me do something so that you see how important this place is. Let's go to our WP config. If I change this to small letter T, and I put capital letter T here, and I click on submit. The WP config PHP already exists. If you need to reset any configuration items, please we have to do it all over again. then you put your site title. The reason why this did not give us any issues because we've already set the configuration already, so it has been saved, so it did not give us an issue. But subsequently, if you want to try and see why that would be an issue, try and make the database name different, and you see you won't pass that stage. It must be the same thing. They must be case sensitive. So the site title will be whatever you want to call it, tutorial.com. It's not necessary you put the .com here, and the username should be admin. Then you can use this password if you're sure you would still remember it, but for the purpose of this lesson I think we should stick to admin. But please take note, when you're creating your own site, it's advisable for you to use a stronger password. I would have advised you copy that password and save it probably in your notepad or something, because you need very top-notch password so as hackers will not get into your website. So you have to confirm, use a weak password, if not it would not go. Then your email address should be your email address. For this lesson we use tutorial@gmail.com, or let me just use my email address, victor@gmail.com. If you want to discourage search engine visibility, which means when someone goes to Google and type the name of your site, they won't be able to see it. Maybe you want your site to be private, then you can click this. But if you're running a business site, I've seen no reason why you should make your site private, because you want your customers to reach you. So I do always uncheck this. Then you install the WordPress. You can save your username and password if you want to. Success, WordPress has been installed. Thank you. So you log in, your admin, your password. Since I've saved it pops up. You can do it again. Admin, login, a dashboard, and you visit your site, which will be localhost/tutorial. This is your site. Now it's looking very boring. The next lesson we'll be learning how to add our themes, designing, customization, making our site look beautiful. So thank you once again. We'll see you in the next lesson.